Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, January 6. Education Minister Favour Williams is expressing satisfaction with the measures in place for face-to-face learning at schools. Minister Williams was speaking Tuesday during a tour of 3 Kingston and St. Andrew area schools. They are among 129 schools that have been approved for the pilot phase of face-to-face teaching and learning.
We have done our risk assessment of the schools, all the schools across Jamaica. Then we layer on top of that the ministry's own physical inspections. Of course, the Ministry of Health and Wellness would not give a school a satisfactory grade unless it meets all of its checklist items. So we're quite satisfied of the rigor of that process, and when we actually come onto the school compound, quite satisfied about the awareness of the COVID protocols, but beyond the awareness, the implementation of the protocols.
During her first-hand look at activities for the start of the new school term, Minister Williams met with school administrators, teachers, and students. She expressed confidence that students participating in the face-to-face activities were safe. She also implored stakeholders to be serious about formal education.
I want to remind parents, teachers, principals that all the approaches are still available. For those students who are not here physically, schools are in session regardless of whether you're doing it remotely or using the learning kit or using audiovisual or face-to-face.
Meanwhile, State Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Robert Morgan, is appealing to public transportation providers to help ensure the safety of students attending face-to-face classes. This, he says, can be done by sticking to the COVID-19 rules laid down by the Ministries of Health and Transport. The State Minister was speaking to reporters during a tour of schools in St. Catherine Tuesday. He also appealed to parents to help their children with schoolwork.
A lot of the times the work that parents do is not necessarily just assisting with the homework, but being present, being a guide, being a support, encouraging, ensuring that the students are engaged. And that's, I think, the most important role parents can play.
In other news, the National Export-Import Bank of Jamaica, Exim Bank, has donated $510,000 to 3 institutions that cater to children. They are the Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, Best Care Special Education School, and the Warwick Hill Basic School. The Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired received a $310,000 check, as well as 5 tablets with a year's supply of data. Best Care Special Education School got a $30,000 donation, while Warwick Hill Basic School received $170,000 towards its restoration project. The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, says its COVID-19 Ambassador program has been having a positive impact on workers and stakeholders in the sector. President of the JHTA, Clifton Reeder, says that since the implementation of the initiative last September, more than 30 ambassadors have been recruited from various accommodations and attractions. In addition, over 10,000 masks have been distributed to communities island-wide. Mr. Reeder says training received by the ambassadors have facilitated the implementation of safety protocols across the sector for the well-being of local and international tourists.
Our trained employees will go into adjacent communities to their hotels and to ensure that they train the communities in simple procedures. I mean, hand washing, social distancing, mask wearing, and sanitization. Because we believe those 4 pillars are critical to managing the COVID virus, not only in hotels, but of course in the communities.
The COVID-19 Ambassador Program is currently active in Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, Negril, and Kingston, and will be launched in Portland and St. Elizabeth shortly. And finally, tributes continue to flow for late business magnate Gordon Butch Stewart, who passed away on Monday at age 79. On Tuesday, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett remembered Stewart as an icon, an innovator, philanthropist, and great tourism marketer. Minister Bartlett also praised him for his contribution to Jamaica's development. Education Minister Favour Williams also hailed Butch Stewart for his stalwart support of the education sector. Minister Williams said Stewart, in his personal capacity and through the companies and organizations he founded, was instrumental in providing scholarships for children, upgrading schools, and providing much-needed equipment and resources. State Minister Robert Morgan shared similar sentiments. The Jamaica Chamber of Commerce and Jamaica Business Development Corporation also paid tribute to the late businessman. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.